CDC. Health officials say people who catch the coronavirus only need to isolate for 5 days instead of 10. This new guidance also applies to people who come into close contact with an infected person. The CDC says people should still wear a mask after those 5 days are up. Changes are coming to some New Year's Eve celebrations in Kansas City because of the pandemic. KMBC Jackson Kurtz is live in downtown Kansas City with how some venues are preparing for crowds amid the pandemic. Jackson?
Well, for many places, this will be their first big New Year's Eve celebration since 2019. Here at the Kansas City Power and Light District, they're expecting over 5,000 people to attend what they call the biggest New Year's Eve celebration in the Midwest after a much different looking one last year. After dimming the lights last year,
it seems like people are really excited to be able to go out and do something.
Kansas City entertainment venues are ready to welcome back guests for the New Year's Eve celebrations.
It's always being prepared and knowing that at any minute, anything can change.
But as the large crowds are set to return, COVID concerns still linger.
We always are concerned about it. It's always something we keep, the finger on the pulse of what's going on.
The Kansas City Power and Light District is allowing guests to roam the entire live block area so people can space out.
We always have to be kind of on our toes and ready to, if the city calls and says, hey, we want you to do this, we got to be ready to do it.
At J. Rieger and Company, they opened up more rooms in their facility just last week to accommodate the hundreds of guests.
I know everybody has varying comfort levels right now. So some people are okay being in a crowd and other people may want to kind of tuck away in a more secluded spot in the distillery. And so we're able to accommodate kind of everybody's comfort level.
Both venues hope 2022 brings a closer return to normalcy.
People keep saying, oh, back to normal, back to normal. Like, when's that going to happen? Like, at this point, we just have to pretend it's never going to be and just operate that way.
No mask won't be required at both venues, but they do plan to follow local health and safety protocols. In Kansas City, Jackson Kurtz, KMBC 9 News.
Dr. Anthony Fauci recommends keeping your gatherings small on New Year's Eve. He says going to large parties where you don't know everyone's vaccination status is too risky.
When you're talking about a New Year's Eve party, we have 30, 40, 50 people celebrating. You do not know the status of their vaccination. I would recommend strongly stay away from that this year. There will be other years to do that, but not this year.
According to Johns Hopkins University, the U.S. is now averaging more than 198,000 new COVID-19 cases each day. That's the highest daily average since last January. But President Biden offered words of encouragement to the nation's governors today. For the first time, the president joined in on the weekly call between his COVID team and state leaders. The president says he's aware of long lines for tests nationwide after the holiday, and the government will do more to address that. He says soon more at-home tests will be available to more Americans for free. He also emphasized the importance of vaccination and working together.
This is not like March of 2020, the beginning of the pandemic. We're prepared and we know what it takes to save lives, protect people, and keep schools and businesses open. We just have to stay focused and continue to work together.
President Biden also talked about the Omicron variant now reported in all 50 states. He says it is concerning, but it shouldn't be a cause for panic. The Omicron variant has been shown to have less severe symptoms, making it more likely to make you ask, is this cough a cold or COVID? KMBC 9's Rebecca Gannon explains what we should look for.
Every little sniffle or cough has all of us wondering, is it COVID or just a cold? The best way to know is with a test, if you can find one.
I would love to see more testing availability. Already today, I've been contacted by a couple of individuals looking for how they can get home testing.
COVID cases continue to rise. Advent Health Shawnee Mission has 44 cases, a 25% increase from just last week. COVID-19 vaccines have been available to the general public for more than 8 months, and boosters recommended for the last month. Both have shown to reduce the need for hospitalization.
It's just sad that individuals think more of themselves than they do of their community and their neighbors and their family. That's what's sad to me.
And Advent Health Shawnee Mission is running out of option for those in its care.
Some of the treatments that we've had to help prevent hospitalization with the monoclonal antibodies, we are seeing a reduced availability of those antibodies.
So the best thing a person who is feeling a bit sick can do is,
number one, if you're sick, stay home, wear your mask out in public, Make sure you're getting your boosters.
And if you find a COVID test, take it. Rebecca Gannon, KMBC 9 News.
Preliminary studies from South Africa and the UK indicate the Omicron variant is much more transmissible but less likely to put a vaccinated and boosted person in the hospital than the Delta variant.